Good morning, good morning, good morning, my brothers and sisters. Good morning, and welcome to another Good Morning Grief Devotional. It's your boy, Pastor Corey Allen Duncan Sr. We are here. We are happy. We are excited to have this wonderful opportunity to come to you again yet another day. Yo, this is the daily grief devotional that is strategically designed to help you to navigate through your grief one day at a time. What is grief? I'm so glad you asked. Grief, my brothers and sisters, it is the natural and normal response to loss, change, and transition that results in the expressions of feelings and emotions. Grief is what you feel on the inside. Mourning is how it is expressed on the outside. Therefore, we don't suppress it, but we express it. We don't conceal it, but we reveal it. We don't ignore it, but we explore it. We don't lock it up, but we let it out. And that's when we shout, "Good morning." Good morning. That's why we say good morning, because morning is a good thing. And I thank y'all for joining us on today. This is indeed the day that the Lord has made. He has commanded us to rejoice and to be glad in it. And I'm so grateful and thankful about it all. Hope your weekend was wonderful. Your Sunday was sensational. Your Monday is going to be marvelous. We already decree and declare it in the mighty name of Jesus. And so thank you so very much for joining us on today. We are grateful for this time and this opportunity. Without further ado, y'all, let's get to it. Today's grief quote simply says, "We all wear masks, and the time comes when we cannot remove them without removing some of our own skin." We all wear masks, and the times comes when we cannot remove them without removing some of our own skin. Today is day 303. We gonna talk about take off the mask. Take off the mask. Take off the mask. Let's get to it. Most of us grievers get good at wearing masks. Most of us grievers, we get good at wearing masks. Our culture tells us we need to buck up, keep it together, move forward. So we go about our day to day lives doing what needs to be done, all the while wearing a mask that belies our true thoughts and feelings. So many of us wear masks, y'all, because our culture, again, we've established this premise, they're antithetical when it comes to grief and mourning. They'll tell us, move forward, buck up, get together, dry them tears. And so what do? We put on the mask. We get along. We go along to get along, right? We go along to get along, even though that's not what we feeling. You know what I just thought about in that instance? I thought about, do y'all remember the movie Life? Y'all remember the movie Life, 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 Life? Y'all remember that? Do y'all remember Biscuit, right? Biscuit was the young guy in jail. He was Jangalang boyfriend, right? Biscuit was in jail, and I guess since being in jail, or even before he got in jail, he was living an alternative lifestyle. Well, one day Biscuit got news that he was getting out of jail. And where a time where most people would be happy, Biscuit was sad, and he started to express it to Eddie Murphy. He's like, what you sitting around here for? He's like, man, I got this letter. He's like, man, you getting out of jail? You should be happy. He's like, man, I can't go home to my mama like this. I'm living an alternative lifestyle. I can't go like this. And all Eddie Murphy kept saying was, man, you crazy, man. Anybody in here would give they would, give anything to switch places with you, man. You getting out of here, right? And he was not really listening to what Biscuit had to say. He was not really listening fully or being fully attentive in that moment. Matter of fact, he caught the eye of a young lady and he was distracted, so he wanted to go over there. So he's like, man, this is good news. You getting out of here, man. Come on, cheer up. You getting out of here. Smile. Are you going to smile? So Biscuit went ahead, put on a little fake smile. He's like, that's it. Good. Go ahead. And walked away. That part always sticks out to me because perhaps Eddie Murphy didn't know how to deal with the situation. Perhaps he wanted to absolve his own guilt and he wanted him to be okay. Are you going to smile? Smile. He puts on a fake smile, so he walks away, not understanding the fragile state that Biscuit was in, not understanding where Biscuit was coming from, not being empathetic to his situation, not being um not being in tune to how fragile his state was. I mean, he was If y'all know the movie, he was at a state of suicide. And after that, he put on that little fake smile. He wore that mask, right? He wore that mask while he was contemplating suicide. And ultimately, he did. You could say suicide. He crossed the gun line. They shot him. Of course, he knew what was going to happen. That's why he did it. But he put on that. He put on that smile. Are you gonna smile? Smile. He put on that little smile. All the while, he died. Not even 10 seconds later, he's gone. He's out of here. And I begin to wonder how many times have we been in a similar situation to Biscuit where we put on a fake smile? People around us who act like they concerned, but they not concerned. People around us who try to absolve their own guilt and don't know how to deal with us, and they just try to shoo us off to get rid of us. And how many times do we do that? Right? We wear the mask. We go along to get along. We wear a mask um, instead of instead of having safe places and safe spaces to really articulate how we feel, what we dealing with, what we going through, right? How many times, how many times do people they just want us to smile? Are you gonna smile? Smile, right? People want us to smile. People want us to be okay so they ain't got to deal with us. They want us to, as long as we look out on the outside, it absolves their whatever of trying to help us. And so they feel good. So they go on about their business. But all the while we smiling on the outside, we crumbling on the inside, right? We dying on the inside, contemplating suicide on the inside, right? But as long as we smile for the people, hey, they good. You know what I'm saying? And so many times, y'all, that's what happens. We end up suffering in silence. We suffer in silence because we suffer in silence because we wearing a mask and because we're so busy putting on for other people or saving face for other people or we're not expressing our true genuine authentic selves. That's where we don't want to be. That's what we don't want to do. We want to be in a position where we can really be true to how we feel. I wish Biscuit had a grief coach. I wish I was signed to camp, whatever it was, and they would let me come and talk to the prisoners to navigate through that, because that's grief. That's loss, change, and transition. As crazy as it may sound, you may think, well, he was in prison, he getting out of jail, he should be happy. He should, but it's still transition. It's loss, change, and transition. When you become acclimated to a certain system, and all of a sudden you're being pushed out of that system, right? There's a process you got to go through, even if it's grief, because as crazy as it sounds, that becomes your new normal. That becomes your routine. That becomes familiar. That becomes family. So now I'm accepted in here. I got a title in here, right? Y'all know me in here. Y'all accept me in here the way I am. But now I'm being transitioned out into the world to where you call it freedom. I call it, he may have been calling it bondage. I'm not going to be accepted on the outside. My mama's not going to accept me on the outside like that. The world is not going to embrace me. In here, I'm somebody. Out there, I'm nobody. So he's processing this transition. I don't know how this lesson turned into a lesson on life and Biscuit, but processing this transition, processing this change, processing, what he is losing essentially, right? Which led him to be in that mindset. So many of us, y'all, we're processing all of this stuff internally, wearing a mask, right, and not suffering in silence, and not being true and real and authentic to how we really feel, right? How do you really feel? Because you ain't got to wear no mask with me. You ain't got to front. I can see beyond your smile. That was me at one point in time in my life. Look beyond the smile. I can see beyond the smile, right? I can see beyond. That's why none of that stuff, it don't move me. I don't care how good you look. I don't care what you drive. I don't care. That stuff don't move me. Yeah, I've talked to professional athletes, right? Had a wonderful opportunity for a season of my life to be, I say, assistant chaplain. I really was just a fill in. I was a fill in chaplain for the Indiana Pacers at one season of my life. I would fill in for the chaplain if he couldn't make it, or he called me and asked me if I could cover it, and I would. So I had the wonderful opportunity of conducting chapel before NBA games, and so What does that look like? There's a room, and 45 minutes before the game, anybody can come, players from either team, coaches, personnel from any team. They come and you just conduct a 5, 10 minute chapel, Bible study, prayer, whatever the case may be. Pray for them. And through that, y'all, it's interesting because you get to know people, you get to meet people. Of course, these are millionaires, and you get to hear stories or prayer requests of family, or they want to connect with you even outside of chapel. So they like, man, take my number. I would love to text you or connect with you outside of this, right? So having the one opportunity to connect with famous millionaires, NBA players, right? And none of that stuff never moves because at the end of the day, I don't care how much money you got in your bank account. These are people that have issues and problems and challenges. These are people who have struggles. These are people who have problems. These are people who go through things in life. And so I never was starstruck and just so amazed because I see you as a man. I see you as a person. I see you as an individual that's struggling with these challenges, right? And so, but oftentimes people wear masks, right? They front for other people. They wear masks because they got to hold up this certain image. I can't let nobody know that I'm crumbling on the inside, right? And so, um, even you on this devotion, right? Oftentimes it's Halloween. We wear a mask. We don't even need a mask. We wearing a mask right now because we wearing a mask because if everything is all right, everything is good, everything is grand. I got the whole wide world in the palm of my hand. Nah, I really know you going through and you dealing with stuff, right? And so we wear these masks, right? We wear these masks. But here's the thing, y'all. We don't have to be different people on the outside than we are on the inside. We can be honest about our true thoughts and feelings. Healing our grief requires expressing it openly and honestly. I want to let you know you can be true. You can be honest about your true thoughts and feelings. You can be honest about your true thoughts and feelings. What is it that you want to say that you feel like you can't say? What is it that you want to say, that you want to articulate? What is it that you want to express? What is it that you want to get off your chest? What is it that you want to say that you feel like I can't tell this to nobody? I can't say. What is it that you want to express, right? Because you can be honest about your true thoughts and feel. And this is what's important. You find those safe places and safe spaces that help you, that provide you with the opportunity and the freedom to say what you want to say, right? To express how you feel as you go through this. Because there's some crazy stuff that you may feel. There's some stuff that you feel on the inside that you like, I can't tell nobody. I can't tell my spouse, my children. Some of you, you don't want to tell your therapist. And this is the other thing I've been seeing this, and this is so true. If you are in therapy or coaching, you going to a counselor, or even if you're seeing your pastor, especially if you're going to somebody, well, just in general, period, but especially if you paying for therapy, coaching, all this stuff, why pay to lie? Don't pay to lie, right? Do not pay to lie. This is the thing. The Bible says you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. If you're going to a counselor, a therapist, a coach, a pastor, and you are failing to acknowledge the truth, that you don't want to be real about how you feeling, you will forever constantly stay in bondage because it is the awareness and the acknowledgement of the truth that opens up the door, that sets you free, that puts you on the path of healing and restoration. If you fail to acknowledge that truth, you will stay in bondage, right? Why would you pay somebody just to lie to them? Why would you pay a professional or somebody, a pastor, a coach, a therapist who's there designed to help you to move forward and navigate through what you're going through? Why would you pay them to lie to them, right? Be truthful. What do you feel? How do you feel, right? You have to be truthful. You got to be truthful, right? Because this is what you got to understand. Here it is. Healing our grief requires expressing it openly and honestly. Openly and honestly. We can be honest about our true thoughts and feelings. Healing our grief requires expressing open and honest. Let's take off our mask and stuff them in the closet today. Even if it feels scary. and watch what happens. Y'all, let's take off our mask and stuff it in the closet. Even if it feels scary, be open and honest. Open and honest. Open and honest, right? You want to be open and honest. Check this out. Here's the last thought. Especially when I'm around friends and family today, I'm going to intentionally take off my mask. Especially when I'm around friends and family today, I'm going to intentionally take off my mask. Today, my brothers and sisters, is day 303. This word is for you and me. Take off the mask. Take off the mask. Questions, comments, if you got them, I'll take them. Questions, comments, if you got them, I'll take them. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Marla said, "Good morning, Marla. I put on that biscuit smile many times before. Come on, Marla. You and me both, right? So many times we do it. I'm talking about, man, look, cried all the way to somewhere, wipe my eyes, get them real clear, throw some water in them, get the redness out, dry them, get out the car. Good morning. Hey, praise the Lord, everybody. Hey. Go through all of that rigmarole just to get back in the car and cry all the way home again, right? Yep, they are human with human problems. Sometimes I wear a mask. Yep, I'm telling you, that's real. Hey, Shanika Elliott, suffering in silence left me stagnant for years. I wore a mask, pretended to be happy to make everyone else happy. Yes, and that is so exhausting, Shanika. Ooh, that's so exhausting, right? And so we gotta, and I'm so glad that you're not suffering in silence no more. I'm so glad you on that path of healing and recovery. Hey, Nikisha, needed this. No more mask. Mask off. That's what I'm saying. Mask off. Why pay to lie? Exactly. Why pay to lie? Why pay to lie? It's okay not to be okay. I always say what I got to say. Get it off my chest. Express yourself. You got to. That's on period. The truth shall set you free. Period. You got to acknowledge it, and it will. Thank you so much, Pastor. These devotionals help. Thank you. Thank you. I need to hear this. Thank you. Thank you for leading the way, Pastor. I'm forever grateful. I'm forever grateful for you for trusting me. Thank you. I appreciate you. I talk about wearing a mask often in therapy. Thank you. Thank you for being honest. Thank you for being honest. Thank you for being honest. Mm, mm. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Look, it's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a great day. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I have worn a mask um at one time, but no more. I know that's right. No more. Right? No more. Don't wear a mask. You want to heal. Y'all don't want to stay stuck, stalled, and stagnant. You want to heal. You want to be able to move forward. So thank y'all so very much. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all with the love of the Lord. Hope and pray that y'all have a we're gonna get ready to Monday today. I know it's Monday. I know y'all be saying Monday be Mondaying, but Monday's gonna be good to you on today. So let's prepare our hearts and our minds. Come on. Let's get ready to Monday.